Do you remember being 18 and thinking, I'll get my life together by the time I finish college? And then at 25, you were in a job you hated, thinking, maybe it'll happen when I get to 40. So we've made it through this wild year of 2024. Yay! That was me giving myself a pat on the back. And you should too, because I know what it feels like to wake up every morning and feel like time is passing by and life is just slipping through your fingers, especially when you're in your late 20s and you thought that this year was the year you were going to get your life together. And now you're thinking maybe 2025 is the year you get your life together. If you're new to this channel, welcome back. I am Mel. I'm 38 years old and I've transformed my life from being totally lost in my 20s to finding purpose and living a life that's stable and healthy that I actually love. In this video, I'm going to share 5 steps that you can take in your insert what your life is right now. I'm going to share 5 tips so that you can get your life together because I needed this when I was in my 20s. Leonardo DiCaprio said it best. If you can do what you do best and be happy, you're further along in your life than most people are. Isn't that crazy? This points to the importance of getting better over time and being happy with your progress, even if it's not perfect. First of all, if you feel uncomfortable, congratulations, I did too. Being uncomfortable with where you are in life can be a great thing because other people are too dang distracted to have the self-awareness to know that it's time to make a change. So you are already ahead of most people. If you were to implement one thing, how much impact will it have on your life so that you can get your life together in 2025? Step 1. Change your living environment. 13 years ago, I realized that I was stuck in a rut. I lived in a city that was too small, the opportunities were far and few, and I didn't have the same goals that other people in my town did. And people who had similar goals to me were leaving and going to a different city or to a different country. I realized that staying in my comfort zone was keeping me back. The same city, the same people, the same routines. These things weren't helping me to grow. A new environment challenges your mindset, builds resilience, and opens doors that you didn't even know existed. I still remember landing in Shanghai for the very first time in 2015, not as a traveler, but as a resident. And I didn't know anyone. I could not even speak the language fluently. But it really pushed me to grow and evolve into who I am today, and I'm still evolving. Your success is often tied to your environment. So seek environments that align with the goals that you want for yourself, the people who are already doing the things that you want to do in your own life. Here's a tip. If your current environment makes you feel like you're stifling, or it's holding you back, or it doesn't offer the opportunities that you need to fulfill some of your goals, think about a place that aligns best with the goals you want for your life and start planning that move. It took me 3 years to go from I dare to actually arriving in Shanghai. By 2015, I had finally achieved the goal of living and working in a foreign country. And 10 years later, here I am. I'm still living that dream and fulfilling new goals. I'm currently living in Japan. So once you've figured out the right environment for you, it's time to shift your career to align with your values. For years, I worked for companies just because I wanted a good salary. And over time, that left me feeling a bit empty on the inside. Do you know this feeling of feeling completely stressed on a Sunday night because you're dreading to go to the office on a Monday morning? That was my life. And one day I came across this book, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, and that really changed the way I looked at my career. One day I sat down and decided, okay, I'm going to do some deep self-reflection. So I asked myself this question: if money was not an issue, what would I do every single day? And I realized that I needed to change my career and do something that aligned with what was meaningful to me. Because for me, it wasn't just enough to have a great salary and have benefits. I wanted to feel fulfilled by doing something that mattered to me. So I thought, I was already good at training people on my team. What if I could do that as a career? It wasn't easy transitioning from working for a company and then going into freelance and finally working for myself, but over time I did it. And now I feel like I'm contributing to something that's meaningful. It does not feel like work. It feels like it's part of my purpose. So ask yourself, what matters to you the most? Is it making more money? Is it doing something meaningful? Being more creative, or inventing products that solve some kind of problem? What kind of work makes you feel alive? Start taking small steps toward that path. All right. So you can't think about your values without putting it into the next thing. Find purpose beyond the daily grind. This was the hardest part for me. I spent months asking myself, why am I doing this? The 9-to-5 routine for me felt so unfulfilling. I felt like I was just a robot going to work because that is what everybody else did. Showing up at the office grumpy and unhappy. I did work, gym, seeing friends, work, gym, seeing families. That was the cycle. It wasn't until I started exploring my passions outside of that little routine that I actually discovered my purpose. What helped me was stepping back and trying new things, volunteering, doing side projects, and journaling about what I genuinely enjoyed. I found that finding your purpose isn't some hard, difficult goal to achieve. That looks different for everybody else because we all have a unique path in this life to take. So in order to find your purpose, step out of your daily routine, step away from the busy schedule, set some time to build your self-awareness and just think about what it is that makes you happy. Think about 10, 20, 30 years from now. What would you feel proud and satisfied about doing? So make sure you do something that you really feel like, that was worth it. Transformation is a process. It starts with curiosity and builds through discipline and action over time. Now, on your journey of finding your purpose, don't forget that this is still a world that revolves around money. Your groceries cost money, the clothes that you're wearing cost money. Step number 4, make more money and find better opportunities. Let's be real, money does matter. It's a hard topic for some people to talk about, but once you remove this awkwardness around money, you find that you will be able to create more of it in your life and it won't be such a bad or dirty thing to talk about. I knew that I needed to invest in myself to go through my transition. Every small step and investment in time or money adds to your ability to create more value and therefore your ability to earn and make more money. Every skill that you learn could potentially earn you more money in the long run if you know how to apply it and be your best at it at your job or in your business. I mean, look at every single YouTuber out there that have learned the skill of making videos, that have learned the skill of marketing themselves. All of these things are learned behaviors. So invest in yourself. These things can open doors for you that you've never expected. I remember one time I emailed a CEO on LinkedIn and I was really impressed in the work that his company did. And I was practicing a skill I had just learned, which is to engage people in a cold call about something that we shared in common. And gradually we built a relationship and he became one of my mentors. And also it shaped my professional experience when I first started living and working in Shanghai. Opportunities are there for you and they're going to come to you the moment you start investing in yourself, putting yourself out there so that they can see you, so that you are visible and open to receive what is coming your way. Just by doing these things, you will get your life together. There's no way that you're going to stay stuck if you do these things on a daily basis. Trust me, it has worked for me and it's working for other people too. And the last one is a bonus. This is my step 5. Open your mind to the idea of living abroad and embracing travel. If you're not already into traveling, this is something that will totally change your mindset about who you are. Traveling was always a dream of mine, but I told myself that I'd wait until everything was perfect. Spoiler alert, that never happens. Living abroad taught me resilience, adaptability, and how to find joy in the unexpected. I've always wanted to live abroad as a young kid, but I procrastinated for so many years in my early 20s. Moving overseas was the thing that was missing in my life. It taught me self-discipline. It improved my mindset. I started seeing things as a solution. I started being able to solve my own problems. And it expanded my perspective on people, on myself, and just life in general. Travel became my biggest teacher, and it will teach you how to adapt and to grow. The takeaway here is living abroad doesn't just change your surroundings. It transforms your mindset and opens new doors to your success. If you've been dreaming about it, stop procrastinating and make a plan. You will build a resilience and gain experience over time, and that is going to shape your personal growth. So you don't need to have everything figured out on this journey of life. Start small, even if it's just a weekend trip or researching visas for countries you might visit. Take a class in a different city. Start small. When you adjust your mindset that getting out of your comfort zone and embrace travel as a way to expand your perspective on life, you will become more self-aware and independent as a result. And your confidence and belief in yourself will skyrocket. What's one thing that you can do today that moves your life closer to where you want to go at the end of 2025? I hope these 5 tips and these steps have helped you. So thank you for watching. Be well, my friends. And just remember to subscribe if you'd like to be a part of this journey of self-improvement and always getting it together, because I am also getting it together.